This is Mama Lori. I just wanted to show you what I got going on here in the garden. It's spring, it's early spring, and I'm trying to tackle some of these projects. So this is my mulch pile, and I don't have birds anymore. Birds make the best mulch pile, but I don't have any chickens anymore to help me out with my pile. So as you can see, I'm laying down the cardboard to block out the grass from growing underneath. I'm putting green material in here. I'm putting brown material in here. I even have some stuff growing. I got to get in here, and the things that grew over the winter, weeds don't ever stop growing. Now I am going to pour boiling hot water over those. Boiling hot water will kill the weeds, but it won't poison the soil. And then my landlord brought some dirt in from a project he was working on. I'm going to put the dirt, I'm going to ask him if I can put the dirt on top of the pile to help it, and then I will put the black plastic over the top of the pile to cook it, to get it all ready to turn. I had made this area, I had cleared this whole area to the right of my pile so I'd have a spot to turn it, but my landlord saw that area and thought, ooh, good spot to put my extra dirt. So I got to get a hold of him, see if I can use this dirt, and then I can go ahead and start cook my pile here, turn it over there. Ideally, if you had a chipper shredder, that would be perfect. Birds are wonderful for eating all the seeds and the bugs out of your mulch. That's my number one preference, and a chipper shredder would be my number two preference, so that any of the big stuff like that would get all chipped up and worked in better. Try not to ever use cardboard that has ink on it. I get plain cardboard, absolutely plain cardboard. And by the way, this is also a way to capture your slugs. When they get too hot, they try to go into the into a place where they're protected. So they will go into anything. If I turn this tomorrow night, I have this little piece of cardboard line here. If I turn this tomorrow night, it's going to be full of snails. I have so many snails, and that's my snail. I know if you're a little squeamish, sorry, but that's my snail trap. Now they don't crawl into that. When I find them, I throw them in there, and they can't get out. That is the only thing that is water, Epsom salt, and bleach. And I have a lid that I keep over it, so that the cats and the dogs and the kids don't get into it. And then when I'm done with that, I'll pour it on weeds. But anyway, yes, it's a good way to capture your snails and your slugs. Gather them in the morning, put them in your poison, and make sure you remember to keep that poison closed up. The other thing I wanted to show you is that here's my elephant garlic. Actually, the landlord comes and puts this in every year. He's the one that got me started on elephant garlic. But I wanted to show you, the neighbors don't always get after their grass in a timely fashion. So what I try to do is I try to cut all these down before they're going to seed. And I'll come in here and I'll pour the boiling water on that as well. I also took some of the cloth, put it on the other side of the garden fence, and then I'm taking up the weeds on this side of the garden fence with my absolute favorite tool that a good friend got me started on, and that's my potato fork. It's my number one favorite tool. It just goes in and does such a great job of just going down and turning the soil and getting the weed roots up, so that all I have to do is pull them up and knock off the soil I want to keep, and bada bing bada boom, I'm in business. So you gotta have one of these, people. You gotta have one of these. I even use it to aerate patches of grass that are struggling. Anyway, I'm out in the early spring where it's warm enough for me to get out here. My schedule is free, so I'm working at it and doing the best I can with what I've been given. All right, that's the Mama Lori way. Hope you enjoy. Hope it helps you. Oh, by the way, if you're going to use the boiling water method, please be careful. Matter of fact, don't use the boiling water method. Don't get burnt. This is not something you want to do at home. I'm a professional. I'm an expert. This is me doing it. Don't you do it. Bye.